tonight, families will sit down with their kids at their dining room table to say, sorry, we have to sell the house. Because mortgage payments are going to go up by as much as $1,500 per month. That's not me. That's according to the Bank of Canada, which predicts a 40% increase in mortgage payments. People can't pay 15 grand more in mortgage payments. They have only $200 left in the bank at the end of the month. Will the Prime Minister acknowledge that these are real fears by real people and stand on their side?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, where the Leader of the Opposition falls down is his solution for those families is to do less for them, to take away their child care, to take away their dental care, to take away the programs that are helping them, like the Canada Workers Benefit. We are bringing forward payments for the Canada Workers Benefit so that low-income workers can get more help right now, and that leader is going to stand up for hours tonight and block that measure, Mr. Speaker. There is help for Canadians on the way, and those Conservatives are standing in the way with silly procedural games.
Mr. Speaker, we don't need another drama performance, because at the end of the day, when theatrics collides with mathematics, the math always wins. And after 8 years of this Prime Minister, the Canadians have a stock of combined debt that is bigger than our entire GDP. In fact, we are the most indebted families of any country in the G7. The IMF says that Canada is the #1 at-risk country for mass mortgage defaults. Will he reverse his inflationary and high interest rate policies before people go broke?
Honourable Prime Minister.
I've answered this question a few times, but the Leader of the Opposition continues to ask it because he refuses to go outside and see what is actually happening in Canada. Forest fires are raging. It's the worst year on record for forest fires already, but the fact is they are going to get worse in the coming years because climate change is real, and yet the Conservative Party continues to stand against the climate action that we've been taking, stand against the investments that we're making to support families, to support first responders. They continue to stand against help for Canadians who are losing their homes, losing their families, losing their livelihood.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Has he really sunk into the low of exploiting these fires for political gain to distract from his inflationary and high interest rate policies? He's now using the forest fires to change the channel. This is even lower than I would have expected from him. Mr. Speaker, Canadians are going to sit down tonight to discuss how they're going to move into a small apartment because they're going to have to give up their homes after his inflationary policies have driven up interest rates on Canadian mortgage holders who have record debt. Will the Prime Minister keep the promise he made 6 months ago to balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates before folks go broke?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I've answered that question a dozen times, and for the Leader of the Opposition to consider that the forest fires that are taking people from their communities and destroying their homes are a mere distraction and not top of mind for people from coast to coast to coast, it's shameful. But the fact of the matter is he doesn't have anything to say about that because he refuses to put forward any real plan to fight against climate change, and he does nothing but fight against our plan to fight climate change. If he has a better plan, let him say it, because we've been waiting a long time for it. But he has no